You wake up at 3 a.m. Again. You stare into the void. Pray to the sleep gods. Maybe even try flipping your pillow over, because obviously, the cold side is magic, right? But nothing. You're just awake. Again. Before you look at the clock and start calculating how many hours you'll get if you fall asleep right now, just pause, because that's a really bad idea. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why you keep waking up at night, why you can't fall back to sleep, what you should never do when you wake up, and how you can fall back to sleep fast using expert-backed techniques that even Olympic athletes, the military, and sleep scientists swear by. I've also got a bonus tip for you, as well as one thing that will make all the difference in your sleep. So, let's start by fixing your 3 a.m. stare down with the ceiling, shall we? Why do you wake up? You're not broken, sick, or even weird. The truth is, on average, 89% of people wake up at least once during the night, and 2/3 of them can't fall back to sleep. That's a lot of people. So the research has been done. The methods are proven, and there are specific reasons why this happens. Experts say that 90% of the time it comes down to the same 4 reasons. And these 4 reasons are kind of important, because if you don't fix them, the back-to-sleep methods that I'm going to tell you about later in the video might be less effective. So here's the breakdown. Your body temperature drops 1 to 3 degrees when you fall asleep. This natural temperature drop helps you fall asleep faster, and it helps you sleep better. But for people who wake up at night, your temperature starts rising between 1 and 4 a.m. And when it does, your mind shifts into a lighter sleep, which then increases your chances of waking up. So, keep your room cool. Between 60 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit is great. I prefer 65. And ensure that you don't have too many clothes on, or that you use too many blankets, or use the wrong blankets that can overheat you. If you're aging gracefully, congrats. But, heads up, getting older can mean less deep sleep, which means more chances you'll wake up from every little thing, like your cat sneezing. So, ensure your room and your environment are dead silent, or use a fan or other type of white noise to drown out any possible noises. And stop letting your cat in the room. And of course, there's your monkey brain, also known as mental overload, anxiety, stress, and racing thoughts. The classic, what am I doing with my life at 3 a.m.? Don't worry, I've got some methods coming up that will tame your monkey brain. Then there's the good old physical stuff. Bathroom trips, thirst, hunger, blood sugar levels. There are also things that you can do to limit these things, so watch to the end for that. So now you know why you wake up. Let's figure out what you should and shouldn't do once you wake up so that you can fall back to sleep fast. What you shouldn't do. So you just woke up again, and you're about to do what everyone does. You want to look at the clock to see what time it is. Stop. Don't do it. Fight the urge and never look at the clock when you wake up. It doesn't matter what time it is. If your alarm hasn't gone off, it's not time to wake up. It's time to go back to sleep. You should also never look at your phone or get out of bed or never turn on the lights. If you do need to see, get a dim light with a motion sensor so you don't end up tripping over your cat. Oh, and avoid the urge to eat or drink. You see, looking at your clock or doing any of these things can activate your brain, raise your heart rate, cause stress and anxiety, and even trick your brain into thinking it's time to wake up. All of these things can make the fall back to sleep hacks that I'm about to tell you less effective, which means it will be even harder for you to fall back to sleep. The experts even say, remove all clock faces and devices from your room, or at least turn them around so that you can't see them when you wake up. I even suggest putting your clock all the way across the room so that you can't reach over and turn it around to check the time. Alright, so that covers what you shouldn't do. So, what should you do when you wake up? Here are 5 science-backed strategies to fall asleep fast. But before you try any of these, if you wake up, make sure you're not too hot, your room is dark and quiet still, and that you're comfortable. Then, try a breathing hack like the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Think of this as a cheat code for your nervous system. It tells your body, hey, we're chilling now. How do you do it? It's pretty simple, really. You lie calm and comfortable. You inhale deeply and slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. You hold for 7 seconds. You exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds. And you do this with a whoosh or a blowing sound until your lungs are empty. Then, repeat 4 to 10 times. This slows your heart rate and drops you into a dreamy rest and digest mode. If your body feels like it's gripping onto consciousness, this one's for you. Try progressive muscle relaxation. How do you do it? Start with your toes. You tense them for 5 to 10 seconds, and then you release. Move up to your calves, thighs, stomach, chest, arms, neck, and face. Clench each one, and then release. Focus on the contrast between tension and release with each body part. It's like sending your muscles a text that says, "Relax, buddy. We're off duty now." So you want to know a secret tactic that the Olympic athletes use? Okay then. I'll let you in on their secret, which is a mental visualization exercise known as the corridor method. What you do is you lie silently and you try to clear your mind. Picture this. You're walking down a hallway. Each door holds a thought for the things on your mind right now. Your to-do list, that embarrassing thing that you said in 2016, that email you forgot to send, what you wish you had said in that argument last week. You open up the imaginary door and you put each thing into a different room, then shut it and move on. Then you try not to think of anything. And if something else pops into your head, put it in the next door. Keep going until you've locked away every worry and every thought that you've had, and then the next thing you know, you're chilling in an empty mental corridor. This tames the monkey brain, relaxes you, even de-stresses you, and then lets you fall back to sleep. Even if you still can't fall asleep after trying all of this, stay still and chill. You see, lying in the dark with slow breathing puts your body into non-sleep deep rest. NSDR for short. 1 hour of NSDR equals about 20 minutes of real sleep, which is not bad for a half-asleep zombie state, right? Some people will even try Yoga Nidra, which is said to put your body into NSDR quickly. Have you tried any of these? Do any of them work for you? Which one are you going to try first? Let us know in the comments below. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember that bonus tip I mentioned earlier? Well, here it is. You can also try the military method, which puts military personnel to sleep in under 2 minutes. And, with practice, they say it's about 95% effective. So, how does it work? Well, you mentally picture each body part one at a time and relax it. Start with the top of your head and focus on your hair, then your ears, forehead, eyebrows, eyes, nose, cheeks, mouth, and chin. Do one at a time, and with each one, you think about calming it, losing all tension in that part, and completely relaxing it before you move on to the next one. Keep doing this and work your way down to your toes. And if you haven't passed out yet, work your way back up to your head. If a thought creeps in, bring your focus back to the last body part and start again from there. I discuss both of these methods in more detail in my video, How to Fall Asleep in 2 minutes or less. The link is in the description. Falling back to sleep is actually the second step, because even if you learn to fall back to sleep, you can still wake up exhausted every morning. That's right, preventing the causes of waking up and also ensuring that you sleep deeply and that you don't wake up in the first place is much more important than learning how to get back to sleep. And I have the experts' tips and tactics on how to do all of this in my next video, which you can see here.